What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. In today's video, we're back to work on our Honda S2000. To start off, we actually want to replace the soft top because we want to get the interior all buttoned up. And we actually ordered a new one, so we're going to swap it over onto the old frame. So let's get right into it. So here's our new frame, our new soft top. So we're gonna open it up, see what we got. Looks like an S2000 hard top, new soft top. All right, so to start off, we're gonna go ahead and strip off this old skin, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we got the top off. It was actually a lot simpler than people online were saying, but maybe it's because it's such an old top and it was just ripping away. But now we need to actually replace these straps. As you can see, they're broken. So we just got to drill out these rivets and re-rivet the new straps in. Okay, so we got these straps replaced. So we're looking good. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this top on here. Alright guys, after a couple painstaking hours, we finally got it all buttoned up. We're almost ready to put it in. Vlad is just putting everything in. Such these little clips. And we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and get this soft top installed. All right, so we got the soft top on. Unfortunately, we could not find the bracket that holds it right there tight. So I went ahead and ordered that. We're gonna have to wait. But man, this top looks amazing. All brand new versus that old one that was all tore up. Go ahead and take this off. There we go. So once we get that bracket, we'll go ahead and put it on, and then that'll be good. And then we can button up this interior. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish buttoning up this engine bay. We got our little mechanic right here. He's gonna make sure we're doing the job correctly. Hey, buddy. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on it. We need to put these Mishimoto fans in, get the cold air put in, And I actually built a cold air box because all we had was the K&N pipe, and they don't sell the box separately, so I went ahead and made that. We'll go ahead and get that installed and get everything together. All right guys, so it is the next day here. As you can see, we got our engine bay all put together. Everything looks amazing. I'm loving this homemade cold air right here. Everything tied in really well. Went ahead and replaced this coupler also because it was kind of beat up. So engine bay is looking good. Hopefully when that ignition set comes in, we can put it all in and get this car running. Can't wait for that. So for now, we're gonna actually take the wheels off, and I want to paint the Brembo brakes and then also prep the wheels for paint. So let's take them off and then we'll start prepping these calipers and get them sprayed in. All right, so we're gonna paint these calipers on the car. So before we do that, we're gonna take these brake pads off. That way we don't have to tape them up. And on Brembos, it's actually very simple. You just pull this little pin out right here. And then you take off this locking mechanism. And then the brake pads literally just slip right out. So we're gonna get these off and then we'll prep them, get them painted, and we should be good to go. All right, so our pads are out. Now we can go ahead and prep this for paint. All right, so our calipers are all sanded down. We went ahead and took all the pads out, took the pads out of the rear. We had to degrease the rears because they were very dirty. And so now we just need to clean them up and tape everything up, and then we can start spraying. Okay, so we got everything prepped. Not really too worried about the overspray here because for one, there's not gonna be much, and if anything does get on here, we are cutting and buffing this whole car. So this is perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and spray them. We did already clean them with wax and grease remover, so they're ready to go. All right, so we're gonna wait for these to dry, and while they're drying, we're gonna go ahead and start prepping the rims for paint, because as you know, they are that copper color and it just doesn't look very good with the red. So let's go over them and see what we have to do. So here are the rims, and honestly, I think if the car was any color besides red, they would actually not look that bad. It's just the two colors clash a lot. Not to mention, these are very damaged. As you can see, there are some scratches. We're gonna have to sand them and putty them. I'm probably gonna go gloss black because it goes with the windshield frame, the soft top, and all the black accents. Plus, I did order the CR S2000 emblems, so I think it's all gonna go together very well. So we're gonna have to sand these down, probably with the 400, and then we'll spray them in gloss black. Also, another funny thing is these are actually Honda Odyssey caps. They managed to fit into here, and the Honda emblem actually pops out, so it's gonna be very convenient. That way we can paint these caps too. And so when we put it all back together, it's gonna look very nice and neat. So let's get into sanding, and then once we get them done, we'll tape them up and get them painted.
Okay, so we prepped the rims, we sanded them down. Now what we need to do is dry them and tape them up.
All right, guys, so we went ahead and taped everything up, and this is the perfect way to do it. That way we can get the backs and the fronts. So everything is good now. We went ahead and taped up these also. So now we just need to get some wax and grease remover, clean it, and then we are going to seal them. We have some black sealer. I want to use sealer because we did use 220 to sand some of this, and there's a lot of exposed metal. That sealer is going to bond with the metal very nicely, and then we can lay down the paint. Let's go ahead and clean it up, and then we'll tack it and seal it. All right, so we're ready to spray, so let's go ahead and lay down this sealer. All right, so the base is nice and dry. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw this clear coat and see how they turn out. All right, guys, so that was a huge success. The rims look very nice. We also got a mirror painted for my dad. That turned out amazing. The center caps look amazing. Tomorrow we can actually get these rims installed, and I do love how the inside barrels also came out. Very glossy.
Looks good.
Vlad killed it. We have to get V-Tuned in here to inspect him.
It's really good, actually.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how these look with those blue Brembos. It's gonna look sick.
Oh yeah, man, this looks good. No runs. Oh, actually, spoke too soon. Right there, little one.
Ooh,
We'll
that's
have to
tiny.
back that out.
We ain't even worried about that.
That's right on the flat spot. That's good.
But it is getting late on us, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Man, guys, that black completely transformed the look of this car. No more of that ugly copper. I love how everything turned out, and the paint job turned out amazing. Vlad killed it on the paint job. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you think of the wheel and brake setup. Also, guys, stay tuned. The E30, we were actually waiting on this metal tail panel right here, and it was coming from Germany. So now we can actually get back onto that car. We'll get that welded in, and then we can start fully molding the body onto the car, and then we can start doing the body work and get it ready for paint. Super excited for that, guys, so stay tuned, guys. Also, be sure to turn on your post notifications and give us a follow on Instagram at motorhead.co. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.